I want to maximize what I can. I want to be the best that I can be. I want to do things well, and I don't want to leave stuff on the table, but I don't want to be chasing the end goal so much that I never actually enjoyed the process of getting there, because ultimately that's really all that matters. Because you're going to look back at any destination and realize that it was 99.9% journey and only, one day of celebrating achieving the thing. The few things that I know that you can do, one of the most practical ways to do it is to put post-it notes around the house. And when you see the post-it notes, write on it whatever you want. Just take 30 seconds to find a way to be thankful or grateful for something that's happening right now. A positive place that you draw mental strength from when life is difficult has to be, I just want to be better and I'm trying my best. That's all that there is. You want to be better. That is something to be proud of. You want to leave it all on the field of play. You want to make yourself as good as you can. You want to make the world a better place. You want to have an impact. All of these things are just all positives. Paying attention has been the single greatest competitive advantage that I've had, because I pay attention to things and I try to be precise and I care. But also, the more that you're able to let go and not fear about stuff, the more enjoyable you'll find it. So the thing that is making you better is the thing which is making you feel pain. And this is a perennial balance. I don't think I've ever personally actually been disparaging of someone that has a 9-to-5, because I have been someone that's had a 9-to-5, albeit not for long. I did it for 6 months. But every single person that I knew growing up had a 9-to-5 or bigger, and my dad certainly did. And then coming from a super working class background, I've always felt a little bit uncomfortable with the way that 9-to-5s are disparaged. I don't think that the only way that you can enjoy your life is if you pivot and do something yourself. I think it's a very reliable route to do it, and I encourage as many people to do it as possible, but I try not to look down on people that are doing that, because it's the lion's share of most people. How to get past it if your purpose is aligned within a 9-to-5 career? It doesn't matter. Like, I've made huge developments while I was staying up until 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning running a nightlife business. You can make huge developments in your personal growth journey while you're doing a 9-to-5. And if your purpose is aligned within a 9-to-5 career, it doesn't matter. Like, that's your thing. Just lean into it, enjoy that. And all of the guys that don't know when they're supposed to start or when they're supposed to stop, or they've got to be the taskmaster, or they don't know what they're supposed to do today, and they don't get holidays, and they don't get all of that, you don't have to worry about any of that. There are tons of advantages of having a 9-to-5. And if you're enjoying it and your purpose is aligned with it, nail the self-development on an evening time. Make sure that you lock into a hard routine, and you're going to have a great time. So I'm genuinely envious of people that have great 9-to-5s where their purpose is aligned to it, especially if they've got a lot of oversight and structure, because it takes all of the pain. I did a video ages ago. You might even be able to find it. I can't remember what it was called. Something like 10 reasons to not start your own business, or something like that. And it was about precisely this, that it's not all it's cracked up to be, to go and work for yourself. So, I don't know, the disparaging of 9-to-5s, I'm not on board with that. Is it possible to be world-class whilst having fun? That's the question for me this year. It may be that in order to be world-class, fun has to go out the window. And if that's the case, it'll make me sad, but it's whatever, like, that's a price that you perhaps need to pay. But I'm really trying to do this. So what brings me joy? Hanging out with my friends, being outdoors, doing new things, visiting new places, going for good food, especially in different, like, adventure and novelty for me are very invigorating. It's also a great way to make time slow down. When people say, I can't believe how quickly this year's gone, what they mean is, I don't remember the days that have gone so far in this year. One of the best ways that you can slow this down is to add more memory units, and memory units are highly derived from how much novelty there's been. If you drive the same route to work every day for 3 years, that's basically 1,000 journeys that's condensed down into one memory, unless there's one day in particular where it was rainy and you skidded, or you were involved in a car crash, or someone gave you a phone call and told you that you got a raise or whatever. Like, you'll remember those. But because it's always the same thing, it just gets condensed down into essentially one memory. So trying to vary and add as much novelty in as possible is very good. Because the world has become so comfortable, we're having to go out of our way to actively seek discomfort. We inject it into our lives. We artificially inseminate it. People, every time that you achieve something, what you're doing is positing a new minimum bar which you have to get over, right? fantastic. I've just done this many plays or made this piece of art that's sold for a particular amount of money or whatever. How exciting. And almost immediately, there is this sort of like post-coital realization that, oh my God, that's the new bar for my best performance. That's really high. That means I now need to be even better at my next thing. And someone recently won the largest lottery in history, a $1 billion lottery. Someone just won that. From a life trajectory perspective, that's potentially one of the most disastrous things that you could have happen to you. Because how are you ever going to have a better day than the day you woke up and found out that you'd won $1 billion? The argument is a slow success strategy would be to purposefully try and drag out the wins that you have